Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about, and I'm also going to make vanilla extract. And a lot of people do this and they use it for gifts and for other things. Now I have done it for gifts before. And I also have some that I made just for myself. It's a great way to have a lot of vanilla extract because vanilla extract really doesn't go bad because it's made with alcohol. Now there are other ways to make vanilla extract without alcohol. It's just not as good and it doesn't last as long because remember, basically anything with alcohol doesn't go bad. Very rare. But I'm going to be talking about what I have here today. Now I have made extract in the past for gifts and I still have 3 left over, okay, out of this box. Here's the vanilla extract, and I made this actually in 2020 and it tastes amazing. And this one I made with vodka. Now when you're making vanilla extract, you don't have to use just vodka, okay? You can use other things. I have bourbon, I have Everclear, and then I had a spiced rum. Yes. So you can use different types of alcohols, but let's talk a little bit about the vanilla beans themselves, because these beans, a lot of people don't know, but vanilla beans come from an orchid. I think it's one of the only fruit-bearing orchids. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And they're not black at the beginning, they're green, but they eventually turn black. And this is the vanilla beans that we traditionally see when people use in baking and other things. Vanilla actually means little scabbard or short knife because of the shape of the vanilla bean. It's got like a little hook on the end. But I got these vanilla beans off of Amazon. This is from the Vanilla Bean Kings. These are Madagascar vanilla beans. Now these are grade A. Now you have different grades of vanilla beans. You have grade A and grade B. I have tried both personally. I like both because some of them come from different parts of the world. These specifically tell you where they come from and what grade they are. Now I have tried different ones. I can't tell much of a difference, and the only reason I got these this time is because these were on sale. These are normally $15 and I think I got them for $12. So it was a pretty good price for these beans. And I can't remember, you get 10 beans. 10 beans in here. Now they also have the grade B beans. They're cheaper. They're about $12, but this was the same price as the grade B. So I just got the grade A ones. Grade B works great too. I've not had any problems with those other ones that I made the extract out of. Now you don't have to buy them off of Amazon. There are also vanilla bean groups where a bunch of them get together and they order it all together, and then they, separate out how many you got, and then you get your vanilla beans at a cheaper rate. Now you can also buy them in the store. I think I got this one at Kroger. Now see, it's only one bean. There's only one bean in there, okay? Vanilla beans from the store are very expensive. I would not suggest buying them from the store. This one was on closeout when I bought this. I think I bought it for like $4. And I was gonna use it in baking, and I haven't yet. And I'm just gonna put it in a jar today when I make the vanilla. But when you get them like this, they're really expensive and they're really not worth it. This is a much better price if you get 10. I mean, if this was $4, this originally was like, I think it was $11 to $12 originally. That's not a good price. These, you get 10. And there's all kinds of different avenues to get vanilla beans. It's not just Amazon. You can order them straight from the company. So look for a good quality vanilla bean. I did get them on Amazon. I got most of the stuff I am going to use on Amazon. So like this jar, I got these off of Amazon, okay? And this is the jars I'm going to be using today. Now you don't have to use those jars. You can use a mason jar. But the only thing with the mason jar is this holds a whole lot more than this, okay? And these are more friendly. You can open these up, twist them, pour out what you need, and put it back. This one, you'll have to take off the lid every time, and you're supposed to use a piece of wax paper if you use a mason jar. So you take off the wax paper, dip out what you need, and put it all back together. It's just too much hassle for me. And these do take more alcohol. So these are gonna use more alcohol, so you'll have to buy more alcohol, and that's where it gets expensive. So the beans and these, I think these jars, you get a pack of 12. I think I bought them when they were like $18. I think they're $20 now on Amazon. These are the amber, I think these are 16-ounce jars, okay? So you can get deals. Look for when they go on sale. Put them in your wish list, and when they go on sale, buy them. So these two together are not that bad. It's when you start adding in the alcohol, okay? So you don't have to buy really expensive alcohol. It's not necessary. You can buy, I wouldn't say get the cheapest, but if that's all you can afford, that's all you can afford. But I've used all of these, like I've said, and I've also used a spiced rum, which I have right here. This is my spiced rum that I made for me. Now these jars I got at a specialty store, and we also had it's like a warehouse store where you can get a bunch of glass jars and other things. That's where I got these, and I kept these for me. So I knew that these were going to stay with me, so I did these specifically for me. This one over here is just regular vodka, that 100 proof, and this one was spiced rum, 70 proof. Okay, so if you know you're going to keep them and you want beautiful jars, go ahead and do that. But if you can only afford these or this, do this. It's not a big deal. People tell you have to use certain things, you do not. And you can use any type of alcohol you want to make an extract. Okay, and there's two ways to make extracts. The two ways is by heat extraction and then cold extraction. I do the cold extraction. I don't heat them up. I'm not cooking it because it tastes way better if you don't. I know if you look at Walmart or Sam's, I did price them out for you. Let's see, Walmart, a 16-ounce bottle of vanilla, is about this size, is $35. That's a lot. Sam's, the same size, is $20, $20.58. The cheapest one I found was for I think it was an 8-ounce bottle, $13. Okay, so you can make it cheaper in bulk and really never run out of extract if you do it yourself. So I do the cold extraction, and that's where you're not heating anything up. That's what commercial vanilla extract companies do. They heat it up, and they also add water. Traditionally, if you look at the back of it's like McCormick or other places, you look at the back of it, it says alcohol, vanilla bean, and then water. Why is water in there? They water it down so they can dilute it, so they can sell more bottles, okay? So you don't need water in your vanilla extract. It just waters it down. You get a great taste. These are amazing just by the vanilla beans and the alcohol, and it's your preference of alcohol. And I would suggest mixing it up, because I did. I have rum, bourbon, vodka, Everclear, and this is the new one I'm going to be using. This is the bourbon that I picked up, and this is the one I used before. This was the Evan Williams. This is 100 proof. This was actually pretty good. This did a good job, but they didn't have any of that in. So I went with a new one to see if I would like this bourbon. And the bourbon flavor actually is really good in the vanilla. So remember, don't buy those if you can't help it. All right. Now, like I said, I got these from Amazon. I'll try to put them in the description what the names and everything are, because I don't get any money from all this, or I'll try to put a link. I'm not going to get any money from that either, so don't worry about that. But I mean, I have multiple bottles, and I have some that I'm using right now in my kitchen. Now, one good thing before I start making a bottle of extract, I want to tell you about. I leave the beans in here, okay? Some people just scrape out the inside of the vanilla bean. Don't do that. Put the whole bean in here, okay? You put the whole bean. You can't see it because it's amber, but I have at least 2.5 vanilla beans in this 16-ounce jar. Leave the vanilla bean in there, okay? Don't ever take it out, because when you get low, about right here, get whatever you had in here before, or mix it up, whatever you want to do, fill it back up, okay? And then put that jar away and let it sit. The best vanilla I've ever tasted is this one that I made myself, but I also let it sit. A lot of people want to speed up the process. That's why they do heat extraction. That can be ready in a couple days. I do the cold extraction. It takes a couple months, at least a couple months. And I let these sit for 2 years. So now I at least let it sit for 6 months. If you can do that, I would do that. I would not touch it, because the more vanilla beans you put in it, the better it's going to taste. But if you only have a couple of vanilla beans, if I want to make a bunch of vanilla beans out of these 10 pods, and I need 2.5 beans each, I'm not going to get a ton of jars. I'll get a lot, but not a ton. So try to let it sit for at least 6 months. I promise you the flavor is nothing like store-bought vanilla. It is amazing. It tastes wonderful, and it's not watered down. It's not watered down. So I started using one, and I let all the others sit. And when that one gets low, when I refill it, I pull out another one. I refill that one and put that up. I know I need to let that sit for at least 6 months to a year. And I don't go through it like a ton of vanilla all the time, but you'll always have backups. So, I mean, this is a great option if you want to do this for gifts for people. It's halfway through the year. You'll be able to give for Christmas gifts. Tell them to let it sit for a couple months if you want. It's worth it, I promise. Let's get started on making an extract. All right, guys, I did wash this one before I'm going to use it. I mean, they have a little stopper inside to plug it up, so these are great. And it also, like I said, takes way less than this one. All right, so I'm going to use this one from the store just because I don't want it to go bad. Now I'm going to show you the one from the store, and then I'm going to show you one from the one I got off Amazon. All right. Now this one's long, okay? But it's very hard, and there's hardly any meat to it, okay? That's the one from the store. The one from Amazon, you can see this one it's way softer. Let's see if I can stretch that one out. So the one from the store is about 1 inch longer than the one from Amazon, but this one is full of seeds, okay? I mean, it's getting on my fingers. The seeds are already popping off on my fingers from the one from the Amazon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut both of these open, and I'll probably do another half in this one. So I'll do 2.5 in this jar. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slice it open one side, okay? I'm not gonna scrape the seeds. Now, if you prefer to scrape the seeds, you can do that, okay? I'm just not going to. They will come out in their own time, okay? Now, if you can, if it's taller than your jar, you're gonna have to fold it over, which is okay. Pop it in there. Do the same thing. I'm going to do the same thing with the other one, but this one's harder because it's been in that little jar. stick it in there. Let me get another one. We'll just do a whole one. How about that? Okay. So just hold it. Slice down one side. Throw it in there. So that is plenty for this jar, okay? And remember, you can reuse this. Leave the beans in there. They didn't, all of the seeds and stuff inside didn't come out of those beans when you let it sit. So you can reuse it again and again. I have a little funnel that I'm gonna use. And I'm gonna be using the Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey this time. And you can use whatever you like, just like I have over there, vodka and spiced rum. Fill the jar up. Leave a little bit of space at the top, okay? You don't want it all the way to the top where it's overflowing. I stopped about right here at the neck. Okay. Just put your lid back on. Now, what you're gonna have to do for these is once a month, okay? Once a month, go shake them. That's all you gotta do, okay? Now, if you have them in these big bottles, let me grab this one. This one, like this one, I would shake back and forth, okay? Now, I also had a piece of wax paper right here for this one because these flip tops are not super reliable when you're shaking them. So I had a piece of wax paper. I think it fell off the last time I opened it. But you can put a piece of wax paper right there and put it, and it will seal it, and you just shake it back and forth, okay? And that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna shake it like this every month, okay? And then let it sit. And just whenever you walk past it, or if you have it downstairs in a cabinet or somewhere, shake it. Just shake it, okay? Shake it around. Those seeds will eventually come out. And now, all right. So this one's the one I just did. I'm gonna put a label on it. Now, I found these labels, I think it was at a craft store, or maybe it was the Dollar Tree. I can't remember. I love looking for stuff everywhere where you can find things that are awesome. So it had a label for the front and then a label for the back, and I would put the ingredients on it. The vanilla beans and vodka, okay? And the front, what it was. Pure vanilla extract with the vanilla beans. And if you give these as gifts, tell your family, don't throw them out. Once you use it all the way down, fill it back up and let it sit. You have a brand new bottle of vanilla extract, and you don't have to buy it for a really long time. Now, if you feel like after you've used it multiple times and it feels like it's not as strong, add another vanilla bean. You don't have to have a million vanilla beans in here to make it taste good. This one is a huge bottle. I don't even know how many ounces this is, and I have 5 vanilla beans in this right here, okay? And I think I have, this one has 4.5, or maybe 4 vanilla beans, okay? And these are beautiful, and they turn darker over time. Just let them sit. Just shake them up, okay? Shake them up, and when you want to use them, use them. It's as simple as that. It's not hard. They're great gifts, and it's great for you. You don't ever have to really buy vanilla extract again. But if you want to, you can make a ton more. I have a lot of beans left in here. I'll probably put them, vacuum seal them, and put them away for right now so I can use them later. But I mean, I know you can't see that, but I have little dots, black dots all over my fingers. Those are vanilla beans. Smells amazing. Oh, it smells so good. But it's really that easy. I was trying to give you options on different types of alcohols. And this is an option too. If you can only do this and you can't buy those, if you already have some jars that are beautiful, use those jars. I'm not saying you can't use these. They just use more alcohol and you end up putting more beans in. And that's personal preference. If you know you're going to use this and you're not making it for anybody else, pop all those puppies in there and pour some alcohol in here and let it sit. And it will be done faster. Remember, the more beans you put in, it'll be done faster. But if you want a truly great vanilla extract, you can put a good amount of beans if you want, but do not add water. No, no, no. Don't add water, just the vanilla beans. Keep them in there and the alcohol and let them sit. If you can, let them sit, and it's some of the best tasting stuff you ever taste. And my family really like the spiced rum. So if you want to get a little crazy, try the spiced rum. I haven't tried this one yet. I'm excited about it. I'll probably keep those beans in case I do really like this. I'll go get some more spiced rum and make this. So it's not hard, and if you work out all of this, it's still cheaper than buying a ton of them from the store once you break it down per bottle. So make some vanilla extract, let it sit, give it to friends and family, keep some for yourself, and enjoy. Bye, guys.